Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Weed Cab. I'm your host, Caleb. With me, as always, my fiance, Lauren.
I'm here.
Yeah, say hello to the fucking folks at home.
He's mad.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking mad.
Anyway.
Guys, we have a special treat for you here today. Not only do we have a new soundboard, which is pretty fucking cool, we also have a caller on the air, good friend of the show and good friend of mine, Mr. Alfred Barnes, local Baltimore comic. Al, you're on the air.
How you doing, Caleb? Long-time listener, first-time caller. Excited to be a part of the show today.
Thanks for calling in, sir. We got a lot to get through here today. A lot to get through. Lauren has stifled her mouth noises, so I think
I'm trying. I have a lot of mouth noises. I can't help it.
I think we're going to be able to get through this, guys. So, hey, here's a little explanation of what's going on. Caleb has emptied his savings account into a soundboard.
We're DJs now.
Actually, to be honest with you, Caleb financed himself a soundboard, a professional quality soundboard. So we are transitioning. We're in a transitional period of the show. Mm-hmm. We are cutting off our penises and we are turning them into beautiful, beautiful labia. And by labia, that means we're doing one live show a week. Friday nights at 8:00, we're going to have callers. We're going to let listeners call in.
Live labias?
Live labias. Oh my God, that's a t-shirt right there, huh? Al, do you still have that loom?
I do. I've been stitching away. Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I got an ad on my Instagram earlier today. It was for like a nip tuck, but for your labia flaps. And they could like make them a little bit more petite and ladylike, I guess.
I tell you what, send those flaps you cut off over to me and I will Play-Doh them onto my cock. I could use the inches. You never know, like a Play-Doh log where you just push them all together.
Yeah, I don't think that's all it
works. Yeah. Old turd Dick Burkert. Guys, this is the Weed Cap. This is the new format. This is what we want to do. We hope you like it. If you don't like it, that's tough titty.
We're still talking about movies sometimes, but it's also like recapping. What do we call it? The Weed Cap recap.
The Weed Cap. We're just going to... No, it's Weed Cap Radio, first of all.
Oh, sorry.
You don't listen to me when I'm going over our branding. Where were you in that meeting today?
I was here.
We had a production meeting.
I think.
Yeah, you were hunting on the Xbox.
Okay. I like to think you guys have one of those like schedules or calendars on the fridge where each thing is just something related to the Weed Cap. It's like, we've got a meeting at 4.
We really do.
We
really do, dude. I'll send you a picture when we hang up.
I know, dude. You know how much easier it is just to knock somebody up? You're making your life so much more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Your podcast is your baby.
This is pretty it's cool. It's
just as expensive as a baby, I'd say.
I don't take it from a guy who's about to have a fucking baby.
Yeah,
this is not. Yeah. He can't finance it with bad credit. I can promise you that.
And I'm making a down payment on the babies here soon.
Yeah, dude, how are you feeling about that? Are you? I mean, as you're drinking milk stouts at 1:00 on a Sunday, how are you?
Super Bowl Sunday. It's kind of a pass.
Come on now.
Yeah, you're right.
And we're all drinking.
I'm like 5 Bud Lights in, so how are you feeling?
The real concern is if Jackie starts drinking, then we have a problem.
We need to be really concerned.
I mean, 1 or 2 probably wouldn't hurt.
I think they say one like wine or something is like okay if you drink it like once a week or something.
No,
I don't know.
I think what they said is you can do whatever you want in months 8 and 9.
Get pregnant. Oh.
Yeah. Once you get further along, then the baby's just having a good time. You just can't do it while it's still
beginning, while it's still cooking.
While it's still pudding, you can't fucking do anything. Yeah, it's all you gotta stop talking over me. You gotta let it fade in, baby.
I don't know what you're saying though.
You gotta let it fade. There's no crosstalk allowed here. All right. And
well, Caleb, you got the faders. You can just like fade her out when she's getting a little lippy, you know.
I'll be careful.
Yeah, dude, she's had something to drink.
No,
you might want to keep your crosstalk at a minum as well.
He's gonna have to start bleeping me.
She's gonna call. She's gonna be like, Al. First of all, you fucking. The 3-syllable curse is tough because there's a couple of things it could be, and all of them are like the most offensive. You know?
Yeah. So, the doozy.
Yeah.
You never let Al answer the question when you asked him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How are you excited to become a father? A diddy?
A diddy.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty jacked about it. I would have pulled out if I wasn't, but no, but I think it's gonna be pretty cool. You know, I come from a long line of fathers, so
Yes.
you know, gonna keep the ball rolling.
It's a miracle that you're even alive, given your father's love of prophylactics. So, I mean, I like to imagine he shot clean through it. That's how Al Barnes was.
Just knocked it out.
A story of perseverance. Lauren's looking at me like she can't talk now.
I don't know what a prophylactic is, so I don't know how to contribute to
and
this
that's why I love
conversation.
you, sweetheart. And that is why I love you. A prophylactic is a condom.
I was gonna Google it. Oh,
yeah.
what?
Wait, that's a prophylactic? I thought that was a contraceptive.
See,
No,
are we all confused?
a contraceptive is something that works on the woman. It's to stop inception.
What?
I mean, yeah, it's to stop Leonardo DiCaprio from being inside your pussy. All confused.
just spinning the top to see if he's still in there.
Yeah. Hey, doctor, I think Leonardo DiCaprio's in my pussy. He's got headphones on. A woman's riding him and he's vaping.
That's how he likes it.
He's on the phone with Jonah Hill talking about Quentin Tarantino's next movie.
Yeah, Leo likes him young, I've heard, so that's a good place to start.
Yeah, I was talking to Lauren yesterday. There's a couple celebrities that have there's like the holy trinity of celebrities known sex kinks.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't remember this conversation.
Well, I was telling you about it in the car because there's 3 of them. So a bunch of women have come out and said, hey, yeah, John Mayer, like 3 women have come out and said his signature line is let me see your fucking butthole, but he says it like that, like real white. Like one girl said that she was on a futon with him and he grabbed her by the neck and started making out with her and then pushed her back, and like they're both still closed. And he said, now let me see your fucking butthole. And then there was like 9 comments that was like, I fucked John Mayer and he did the same thing. They were like, he did the same thing backstage at a Dead and Company show. People were standing around. And he was like, let me see your fucking butthole.
Sometimes,
I like the confidence though.
Yeah, you know what you want and you're like, let me see. And is it consensual? Because he's not even asking politely.
That's me after 9 Bud Lights. I'm like, let me see your fucking butthole right now, dude.
Dude, my biggest concern was, you know, he flips her over. Let me see my fucking butthole. Never mind.
Yeah.
You're on your way.
Your butthole's
not right.
It reminds me of the Ukraine. Get it away. It's war torn. So there's John Mayer. Let me see your fucking butthole. Now, Leonardo DiCaprio, a bunch of women have come out who slept with him, and they have said that his thing is you get contacted by one of his people.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, Leonardo DiCaprio would like to fuck you, which probably works way more than you would think, right?
Oh, I 100% believe that girls would just be like, yep.
Because every girl thinks she's like, I'm different. I'm the one that's going to marry him and get all of his money. Wouldn't you think so, Al?
Yeah, but worst case scenario, you can say that you fucked Leonardo DiCaprio. Although there's no way he's got a hog on him. I'm sorry. I do not get the big dick energy from Leo DiCaprio. Brad Pitt, sure. I could see him at a dong. John Hamm confirmed Liam Neeson, you and I both know.
Yeah.
Right. There's some hogs out there, and I could have guessed, with all of those. Leo DiCaprio, no way.
No.
John Hamm has got a fucking
I didn't know that.
hammer. I'll show you.
What? It's out there.
I have them saved on my phone.
I know you do. Liam Neeson is in his own folder. I know that.
Yeah. I mean, no, but so yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio might have a small penis, but he is rich enough that it doesn't matter. So he'll have his people contact these women. They'll walk in. He'll be on a bed naked and hard already. Okay. He doesn't want to be blown. He's wearing headphones, listening to dubstep, and he's vaping. And you ride him until he comes, and then you get off.
Is he blindfolded?
No, he's wearing sunglasses though.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's wearing sunglasses.
His eyes are covered in something.
Now, is that a kink or every man's dream? I don't know if you can call it a kink if it's what every guy wants.
I don't know if that's. I mean, I've used nicotine during sex for sure, but I'm saying that maybe there's a point where you become so rich that you never have sex again and you just masturbate with other people's bodies.
Oh.
Yeah, or you just get masseuses to jerk you off.
Justin Tucker.
Yeah, and the weirdest part of that is that he left the cum on the table.
That's kind of rude.
I think that's a thing where you get so rich that you're like, that's not my problem. It's left my body and it's not my problem anymore.
Huh.
I mean, how do you feel about it, Al? I mean, you've been saying that Justin Tucker is a creep for going on 10 years now.
I met him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Lauren, let's not say that on the podcast. Al, continue.
Yeah, no, a girl that I knew back in the day was a masseuse, and she said that like a lot of girls that she worked with, like had Justin Tucker had tried to get them to jerk him off, like forever ago. And I've told people this, and they're like, "There's no way." So this coming out was disappointing for everybody except for me. It was pretty vindicating.
I think I was the one that
does have to be like a good feeling, like for all the people who have been saying he's a piece of shit.
For sure. I think I was the one who broke the news to you because anytime someone's accused of something sexual, I call Al immediately. I don't know why.
Yeah, what the fuck, Al? I'd like to make a point here. He calls you before he calls me. There's stuff that I don't find out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I already talked to Al."
No, it's just because of how I am. He's like, "I need to warn Al, they're coming after him."
It's like, Al, hey, buddy, just so you know, you can get in trouble for this now.
you might want to lay low.
Do not come.
Oh,
yep, there's a little soundboard for you.
There it is. There's the soundboard.
That's Kamala Harris.
Oh,
yeah, yep. And then so Leonardo DiCaprio likes to be ridden while he vapes and listens to dubstep.
Who's the third?
The third, I'm glad you asked, Derek Jeter.
Oh,
I don't know who that is.
Oh, are you kidding me?
This is sports.
Yeah, of course.
Football.
Like the most popular Yankee of all time.
Oh, not football.
No, not football. Derek Jeter. You've seen him when we had Masson. You've seen it.
Okay.
Have you seen the other guys? Doesn't Mark Wahlberg shoot him or something?
Yeah.
Isn't that Jeter?
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
That is a good.
There you go.
There you go. Way to find a thing that she would know.
Thanks, Al.
So
tying in a movie for you.
Thank you.
A bunch of women have hooked up with him now and said that when they wake up in the morning, because they've also said that he's an incredible lover. Oh. So he's up just piping them, slow stroking them all night. And then they're like, we went to bed at like 4 a.m. I woke up at 6 a.m. and he was on his couch naked, watching his own highlights, banging his chest and saying, "Yeah, jeets, yeah, jeets."
That's kind of sick. I'm not going to lie. I don't hate that.
I mean, to be honest.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Is he hard?
That'd be if I woke up at 6 in the morning after sex, it was beating my chest to Breakfast Boys highlights.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Al. Yeah, Al.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and this is the craziest part is that this was happening while he was playing. So this was the late 2000s. I was in high school.
He's TiVoing them.
I was in high school when I originally read this story. A bunch of women said not only that he would be in the morning, he liked to start his day watching his own highlights, but then he would leave them. He would be like, "All right, you guys, you got to go because I have to go to practice or whatever." But he would give them a gift basket, and the gift basket had like an iPod Touch and a bunch of other stuff in it. But they'd be like, there were like 20 gift baskets on the table.
Oh, so it was like take one.
Oh, that's
one
so
as you
funny.
go. Damn, that dude's just banging a bunch of chicks.
They were like, he had like 20 pre-made gift wrapped baskets on his kitchen table, and they all had like the same thing in it. It said like a thank you card, Godiva chocolates, an iPod Touch, and like something else that was like, "I'll call you soon." And they were all like, "We never heard from him."
Imagine if that happened after sex every time. That'd be amazing.
If you got an iPod Touch, that's what it takes
or
for
chocolate?
you?
I don't
in
know.
2025, you need an iPod Touch?
No. But
he got you a podcast studio, Lauren. He got you a podcast studio. What more do you want?
You're right, Al, our dining room table.
She would probably just like for me to stay awake after sex until she comes back from the bathroom, because I swear to God,
that man is snoring in 2.5 seconds.
I slip into, I literally like.
Looking like a dead Victorian child.
Excuse me?
Dude, I've told you this a million times. When you sleep, you look like a dead Victorian child. With your fucking mouth open, you look like you're fucking dead. Like, you know those portraits from the 19 whatever, the 18 whatever.
I'm not a mortician, so no.
Okay, well, I know you've seen that. They're historical. You're into history and shit.
No, I'm not. What? I'm into sleeping after fucking. I'm not into history.
And when you be sleeping, you be looking like you're dead.
Okay, well, I don't know what else to say there. I don't know. Al, do you like to stay awake after sex, or are you a sleeper guy?
No, I'm a sleeper guy.
Dude, it's so hard to stay
I
awake.
definitely. It's so nice. The post nut slumber is a treat. Because you're like, I think it's like some kind of primal evolutionary thing. You're like, I've completed my mission. And then you just nod off.
I will have rest now.
Yeah. Diddy needs rest.
Diddy's just going to lay his head back and let this carriage rock him to sleep. Nah. I'm just saying, but I know you've never been addicted to nicotine, Al, but the only thing, I replaced post-sex nicotine with post-sex sleep. But there was nothing better, specifically, not the Zyn pouches, but when I vaped, than getting a nice fucking nicotine buzz after busting a nut. Oh my God, just turn on a little Leno. Good God.
Yeah, no, I think that's a pretty popular drug of choice.
Yeah.
After sex.
Weed after sex is no good because you're already heading to sleep. It's just wasting money.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been pretty drowsy with the weed myself, or panic attacks. A lot of those too.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Do you remember that night we ate one time, Lauren? I think I've told you this story. Al and I ate like 100 milligram cookie, which was probably like 20, 25.
Was it one of ours?
No, Al bought it from somebody, right?
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, it was from like a pretty reliable person, but I don't know,
Al,
who's to say?
Who was that lesbian with the moles that we used to buy cookies
Please.
from?
We bought that. Oh my God, you just unlocked
what is her
memory.
name? She used to work at the restaurant that Miller and I worked at.
Yeah.
She lived behind the hospital in Carroll County, great area.
Yeah,
but
we met her at the Walmart in Westminster.
A great place if you want to be lit up by a helicopter spotlight. Those apartments.
Yeah, not a lot of overpasses, so you can just walk around. You're not evading anybody.
Yeah.
It was funny because the one time me and my buddy went there to buy edibles. That was when I wasn't doing anything, but we went over there and she was just like baking. It was like very Martha Stewart-esque in her kitchen, and she was like, all right, just whipping up another batch. But then there's like bongs and just like loose keef on the table.
That is so
Dude, I hated that girl because I was like, you got me in touch with her. You and I got edibles from her one night.
We bought edibles from her once.
Lauren and I went and met her in Westminster, and I was like, I bought like a bulk batch of cookies. I was like, I want like 20 cookies. And she was like, so you want a batch? I was like, yeah, whatever. And she was like, okay, cool. And I think she's going to show up. This bitch shows up with orange cardamom cookies.
The grossest cookies.
See, that's the problem with getting edibles from a trained baker is they're going to mix up the flavor. You're not getting like a snickerdoodle or a chocolate chip. There's some pretentious shit.
Yeah, I was like, listen here, frontier woman. Fucking, first of all, you need to see a dermatologist, first of all, because I'm concerned for you.
Stop.
Second of all,
that's not nice.
I harvested this cardamom from my balcony.
Oh yeah, dude, I was so pissed. She handed them to me, and she was like, "They're orange cardamom," and I was like, "Where's my money? Get my money back out."
He literally came in the car and was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm pissed.
I didn't say any. You know what I said? She said, those are orange cardamom. And I said, holy moly.
That's not nice.
That's what
really?
I said.
Mole.
I said, holy moly. So.
Isn't that one of the things that's in like the potpourri spray?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think cardamom is one of those.
I'm not sure if you're supposed to ingest it.
You know what I hate? I hate when you go into someone's bathroom and they have potpourri sitting on the fucking... When they have potpourri sitting on the fucking toilet and you're like, great, now I'm thinking about you pooping in your house. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't feel that way. I feel like
not only that,
pressured.
but because it's like if you are shitting in somebody's house, which I desperately try to avoid.
Right?
Yeah, I try not to. It feels disrespectful to their space.
Yeah.
But with that being said, if you're like, oh, I'll cover it up with the spray, people are still going to know you shit because now it smells like poopery in there.
Exactly.
Like it smells better, but it's still a giveaway. I'd rather just gamble on the fan.
I don't think I ever shit at your house, Al, but I do know that I was naked for like 5 hours when I had Hell's Itch, and I was just going back and forth in your shower and coming out and being like taking another Benadryl and being like, all right, I got to get back in.
I know, that was a fun night. I feel like when we were hanging at my parents' house, it would either be like a fun night or one of like there was that one time my ex showed up and I went on a 2-hour car ride with her while she broke up. I told Caleb when she got there, I was like, hey, I'll be right back. I think my girlfriend's about to dump me. And then I left for 2 hours and he just sat there watching. What was it like? It was either a cooking show or a House Hunters kind of show, Caleb.
That makes
sense. I came back and you were I know. I was like bummed and I came back and I was talking to Caleb and he was like just as upset as I was. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Al. You happen to be engaged to one of the most empathetic people I've met in my life. Whereas I am so bad at being empathetic. Caleb will be like, my grandpa died. I'm like, damn, that sucks. Like, I'm so bad at it. So he carries that burden for both of us.
Thank God. Because I am also not an empath. I mean, I am, but like in terms of like when someone's like you said, if someone gives you bad news, I'm like, gosh, that's not cool. Caleb will literally like break down in tears. Oh my God. Last night he accidentally threw my sandwich away. I swear to God, he almost cried because he felt so bad.
You want to talk about
dude?
Caleb, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. What was that?
Okay, here's what happened is I was so stoned. I was so stoned on the couch. I had Rick Simpson oil capsules. I was so fucking high and we ordered takeout for like a cheap meal. And Lauren was like, had half a sandwich left. And she was like, I got to put my sandwich away. But she was playing Xbox. And I was like feeling like very lovey. And I was like, don't, babe, I got that for you. Give it to me. I'll take care of it. And then I walked over and just total autopilot threw her shit in the fucking trash and put my wings in the fridge, dude. And then I didn't know for hours. I was brushing my teeth before bed and she came into our bedroom and was like, hey, where'd you put my sandwich? And I was like, the fridge? What the fuck are you talking about? She's like, it's in the trash.
I was laughing, actually. It was really funny. I was like crying tears.
I forgot about that time, Al. I remember standing in the window. You were like, hey, my girlfriend's coming. I think she's going to dump me. She said she needs to talk in the car. I was like, okay. You were like, there's beer in the fridge. I was like, say no more. I flipped on fucking like a property show, like a real estate show. And I drank like 12 beers, dude.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was hammered when I came back.
That makes sense why he was so apologetic, too.
No, here's what happened is I stood there. I cracked the first beer watching them drive down the driveway. And I said out loud, I said, Godspeed, Al Barnes.
Godspeed, Al.
Yeah.
Dude, I know it.
Yep. I said, God, I went like, Godspeed, Al Barnes. And then I was like 30 minutes in, I was like, this isn't good. I was like, if someone, they're not fucking because in 30 minutes they'd be back.
Yeah.
Something's, I mean, car sex is not long sex.
That's true.
So you're like, and then like an hour and a half goes by and I'm like, oh my God, I hope he's alive. But I'm like, let me continue.
What's crazy is we never got more than like 10 minutes away from my house.
Oh,
like,
that sucks.
we were just driving around.
I was like, he may be dead. Let me drink the rest of his beer so it doesn't go to waste. I don't want any of the last thing, I don't need his beer going to waste. Let me just get fucking trashed. And then you came back, you're like, hey, I got dumped. And I was like, well, she looked like the lead singer of AFI. So, don't worry about it.
Bad news, not to make your day worse, but you're out of beer.
Yeah, dude. I remember, one night I swear this is like one of the gayest things I've ever done. One night you and I fell asleep literally beside each other, like our heads.
Oh.
We did dabs.
That's cute.
That's so funny.
In the frog.
Dude, we had the frog. For those listening at home, the family room over garage. It's an acronym my parents came up with, which was just a what do you call it? My hangout pad.
It's
Caleb?
amazing.
No, I didn't call it a hangout pad. I called it a fuck pad because they built a professional recording studio with a kitchenette and leather couches that glowed like you wouldn't believe under a black light.
There's a disco ball, strobe lights, black lights. It was really, it was a fuck pad in retrospect.
Yeah, and
so I get nervous now that I move out. I just because I live across the field from my parents, and when the lights are on over there late at night, I just sit here and think God damn it, God damn it.
You're like, oh no.
You just hear your dad tearing the corners off another Trojan.
I know. It's like the Trail of Tears going down the driveway, but it's just Trojan rappers.
Trail of Trojans. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah.
What do you think are your top degeneracy moment for us hanging out in the frog with, Caleb? What do you think the peak frog moment was?
The peak frog moment for me was probably the night that me and Parker took acid and we were trying to canoe down the snowstorm, down a hill in the snowstorm. Yeah. That was pretty rough.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Where were you going?
Down the hill.
Nowhere fast.
We were trying we were trying to use oars in the snow.
Yeah. Now my dad is a avid boat collector, and I don't mean like yachts. I mean like canoes, kayaks, and everything in between those two.
Sure.
So I was so confident that there was enough snow where we could get a canoe going down the hill, and we're all I don't know if you call it cross-faded when acid's involved, but whatever drinking and also acid together makes.
A bad decision.
I don't know. Maybe just crossfades music. But so we went to the top of the hill in the canoe, and just nothing was happening.
We weren't going. Was it wood? What was it made of?
Yeah, it's wood.
So most canoes are either plastic, aluminum, or fiberglass. But this was a plastic one.
Here we go. There's a little canoe knowledge for you.
Yeah, and then we just went upstairs.
Little canoe knowledge. All right.
I'm sorry,
Al.
we went back inside and played Wii golf as we were to do. Yeah, we did that a lot.
I think that if it was the three of us, it was definitely Wii golf. If it was just me and Caleb, it was Worms 3D.
Yeah,
what the fuck is that?
Worms 3D. It's where it was like a strategy game like chess, but with worms blowing each other up. We would get fucked up and we would take 80 kratom pills and play that for hours.
No, kratom is so bad. Don't do that anymore.
I got a bag.
Yeah, kratom was was a real fickle mistress for the boys.
Yeah.
It was
Kratom's weird because if you take 8 of them, you feel the worst you've ever felt in your life. But if you take 2 of them, you feel pretty good.
It's weird.
It's a drug where less is more.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I think 8's pretty conservative because you and I were both nearing the 20 mark, and we were like, we're still not feeling anything. Let's take more.
Yeah,
and it's just
that
sucked. I hated that, especially because we had to go buy it at the head shop from that fucking idiot.
He was
on Main Street.
Yeah, he was like, now a lot of kratom, they'll tell you Mang Da is the best strain, but it's not a strain. Mang Da quite literally means a pimp grade. And I was like, take Al's money so I can get fucked up. I was a real piece of shit then. I appreciate your friendship during that period of my life.
Yeah, you really saved Caleb a lot of times where he didn't have any place else to go.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Now I'm a person with a career and stuff, but back then my whole thing was like, how can I not feel sober today?
And I think that's something that people don't realize at home. The people who listen to this is they've only ever known you to have one job. I know you don't talk about your job a lot, and I won't go into that. But you've had one job consistently since the podcast has started. But I feel like that is not representative of the employee Caleb that I know, who has had probably, I'm going to say 15 jobs. Yes. Let me see how many I can rattle off. How many jobs I can remember.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there was a time you were working, I think it was an HVAC.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So there was an HVAC period.
Hold on. I'm going to comment on each thing. Number one, HVAC, I still have a scar on my right index finger, which is also known as the business finger.
Okay.
I have a scar on
rib for her pleasure.
Yes. I have a scar on that finger, and that is from a piece of metal cutting me. I worked for a guy who was maybe 4'9". They paired me with this. The way it worked at the HVAC company, there would be trucks running, and you would get paired with a guy. So the first guy I was paired with, Billy, he was just an alcoholic who the first day I took Robitussin cough syrup to try to get through the day. He was like, I know you're on Adderall, and I like to party. And I was like, okay, cool. No big deal. But I don't have any Adderall. I've taken Mucinex, and I'm fucked up.
Yeah, also confusing how somebody's acting on Robitussin for Adderall is a pretty massive jump.
He gets fucked up on Robitussin.
It fucks me up.
And Mucinex, like both of them. He gets like really fucked up, hallucinates.
I get like PCP out of my body.
Yeah.
So I took a bunch of it to get through the day because we were working in Imesville and it was cold. And I was like, I'm just going to take like 3 of these Mucinex DMs. And he was like, I see your pupils. I know you're on Adderall and I like to party, dude. And I was like, I'm not fucking you, but okay. And then I turned him on to Mucinex. Mm-hmm. And he didn't feel as good as me because he doesn't
affect everybody the same way.
He doesn't have the liver thing. So there was that guy there. There was a second guy they paired me up with who had come back from having a mental breakdown. He was 4'9". Him and his wife were swingers. Ooh. And he ran a puppy rescue. And here's what happened is him and I had a lot of great times in working. But one time we were in someone's attic and he was talking about his kids and he wouldn't stop talking about his kids. And I said, I don't give a fuck about your kids. Ooh. And we got into an argument.
Al knows Caleb's very blunt sometimes, and it's like offensive.
I was in somebody's crawl space. There were spiders all over me, and he's talking to me about like kindergarten projects. And I was like, "Hey, buddy, I don't give a fuck about your kids." And he was like, "If you say that again, I'm gonna punch you in your face." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't give a fuck about your kids." He didn't do anything, but I did have to get it.
I do have a hard time. Was that before or after? Was it Comcast you worked for? Because I think those are back to back.
No,
it was
you're both
Direct
wrong.
TV.
You're both wrong. It was Dish Network.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dish,
and that was after I worked for Dish Network for a brief period of time. Go ahead to the next one.
Okay, so yeah, I think so. I also know you worked at Walmart and McDonald's, but those are pre-me, so I don't count those.
Walmart and McDonald's are the high school smoking spice days. He also
worked at UPS.
I worked at when I met Lauren.
Those are the smoking spice days. So Caleb also does not count those.
Correct.
Yes, I don't count. Those were when I was in high school. When you could buy spice at the Extra Mart in Hampstead.
When he met me,
it was also a crazy era.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a bunch of. This is the most the path that I've been on for the past like 4 years has been the most stable and enjoyable
career.
No,
if you can
just
even call it that.
Peaceful time of my life I've ever had. But so
and I feel like most people would credit Lauren, but I gotta credit me. I think it was me. I came into the picture later, so the amount of positive years you've had since I was in the picture, ratio-wise, is higher. So I have to believe.
Lauren, your rebuttal?
I was over here supporting him being a stand-up comic, and when he had no job, I was funding our relationship. So
you were funding our relationship.
That's true. That's true.
Although, Al, you really did save it.
I bought a lot of Genesee ice for the man. So
I know
like
you did.
I appreciate I just want to put it out there. I appreciate you both more than I can ever put into words. That's all. I'll never say that again.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
You'll never say that again?
I'll never say it again to both of you at the same time.
Oh.
I'll say to either of you.
What about our wedding?
No, I would never say that at our wedding.
Oh, okay.
I will say that Al, you definitely bought me a lot of Jenny Ice. You gave me a lot of places to sleep, but I've never come in you. So I gotta credit the cream pie with the turnaround.
Yeah. Except for that night we woke up beside each other. There was.
I was like, I felt a little weird.
Yeah, I was sitting on an ice pack. So there was that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. No, I was just going to keep rattling off jobs. I'm trying to remember after that one because there was you worked at the deli. You also worked as a reupholster. Mm-hmm. So you're a reupholster, and as I recall, either the guy or the woman you worked under was horrifically addicted to painkillers.
Both of them. One was
prescribed.
One of them was horrifically addicted to Percocet or Oxycontin, but had been prescribed it for the vertebrae fused in her back. Mm-hmm. And she happened to meet a man named Wolf, who was a 60-year-old skinny Percocet addict who was not prescribed them and was on probation. And they ran a company called Baltimore's Best Upholstery, which has since closed. Mm-hmm. And I worked for them.
Not surprising.
For the best.
They had a 20 or 30-year-old daughter with some sort of palsy. And he would, when we were done and I was waiting for you or Lauren to pick me up, we would be done with, he would go. There was an echo for a second. He would take a pill and he would, after like 40 minutes, he'd be like, I kind of want to watch daytime TV. And we would go upstairs and we would sit in front of the TV and he would smoke cigarettes. And then I'll never forget, the daughter's name was Maria. She would be making palsy noises in our room, in her room. And he would go, Maria, enough.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. You got to call CPS on that.
I was I hated it. And I got out of there as soon as I could. And I'll never forget cursing her out while my grandfather was in hospice.
Actively dying.
Like I was like, she was waiting for him to die so I could come back to work. And I was like, hey, like, I don't know, tell you, like, this guy like raised me, like, I'm here until he dies. And finally, he died. And she was like, so I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, let me tell you something, you fucking opiate addicted cunt.
Beep.
Yeah. You.
Did you forget about your soundboard?
I totally forgot that I had a soundboard. And guess what? I looked up the husband a couple weeks ago. And guess what?
What?
He's dead.
Oh man, this soundboard is paying for itself.
Yep.
Wait, but that was before the deli, right?
No.
The reupholstery.
After.
After. I worked I worked at the deli first, and I had a falling out with the owner there who didn't want to pay me more than like $9 an hour.
See, because I'm trying to remember it chronologically, because I know you were working at the deli when we went to see Tenacious D, because you made me a smacking ham and Swiss sandwich with spicy mustard on, which I love. And so
you mean before?
I thought
before we drank 10 beers in the car together on the way down, and then I had to threaten a parking lot attendant.
Yeah, man, dude, we have so many tales of this. Raucous behavior. Debauchery is the best word for it. Yeah, no, that's the. I'm gonna say it on your behalf, Caleb. The most gangster shit I've ever heard a white dude from Carroll County say was when this guy, which you can insert whatever beep over this thing.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. The guy was of descent. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So we're in the garage and we go to get the car after the Tenacious D concert, which would have been great if not for the crowd.
Right.
Because some 8-foot tall dude, me and Caleb walked in front of him and he said, "You're not going to park it in front of me, buddy. You're 8 feet tall." Like, shut the fuck up. But
everyone here is parked in front of you. You fucking troll.
Yeah. It's called a crowd. That's how this works. But we went back to the parking garage. We were trying to get our car, and as we walk in, the guy closes the garage door behind us, and Caleb looks at him and he says, "We're making it out of this garage one way or the other. It's up to you whether or not we make it on the news tomorrow." And I was like, God damn.
That is his famous line. He loves that. He loves saying, "It's up to you if we make it on the news tomorrow," and I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I was like, oh, we're leaving.
Yeah, like, we gotta go. We gotta go.
The guy was like, okay.
That is pretty threatening, though. You hear that and you're like, what is he gonna do?
The only thing I've ever done that really that didn't even make me feel gangster, because like that dude would have absolutely riddled me and Al.
Oh.
That Indian man. He would have had like a switch behind there, which is like a twig, like a biblical twig. And he would have just paddled our asses with it.
Twig.
A biblical
twig.
The only time I've ever felt gangster was walking out of the famous Hot Wiener when they sold.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, that is a good one. Oh, I know this one. I know this one too because I was also there for it.
Right.
They sold me a six pack of beer, and then we're like, you can't leave with that. I was like, well, that's...
Keep in mind, Pennsylvania is an open gate.
No. Yeah, and also all Caleb said was okay, and then walked out the door, and I was like, "Damn!" And then I was behind him, so I just waved to the teller. I said goodbye, and then I walked out.
He said he was like, if you walk out, he first of all sold me a 6-pack of beer, no problem. After we had already eaten, correct, Al? Can you confirm that?
Mm-hmm.
We finished eating. I added a 6-pack of beer, and I said, "We're going across the street." He said, "If you walk out of here with that, I'm going to lose my job." And I said, "I'm not telling if you aren't." Like, your manager's not here, buddy. It's just you and me. It's going to be fine. He was like, "Don't do it." I said, "Okay." And I walked out.
Literally across the street, too. Like, it's not even like he walked like
I pointed out the window and I said, "I'm going to that comedy club where I'm about to do comedy. Like, I'm walking over there with the beer. That's how it's going to be."
Yeah, dude.
What?
Also, how is that the policy? Like, if somebody walks out of here with a beer, you're fired. Like, what? Because they can't stop you. Like, what are they going to tackle you to the ground and force feed you the special?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. He was like, "I will lose my job," and I was like, "Well, if you feel the need to tell your boss, I'm sorry to hear that." Like, what the fuck?
Al, do you feel the same way about Famous Hot Wiener that Caleb does? Do you like it?
Yeah, do you not?
Not really. I mean, like, not really.
Jesus Christ.
Let me tell you something.
This, and the pendulum swings back to Al for saving Caleb.
Let me tell you something. Lauren says she doesn't like the Famous Hot Wiener, but when every Saturday she's like, maybe we could go up there and get a hot ham and cheese.
I like the hot ham and cheese, yeah, but I don't eat like the traditional like meal from there.
You don't get the special?
No.
She does not. She gets
I don't hate a wiener. I hate a hot dog. I don't really like hot dogs.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know if this is the podcast for me. I don't I'm stressing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm over here sweating. Jackie's got me hot dog themed gifts for like the past 4 Christmases. I am a hot dog fucking guy. I think people disrespect the hot dog because their parents fucking cooked them in the microwave, and they don't appreciate the beauty of a hot dog and the versatility of the food. All right. There's so many things you can do with it, but you also don't have to do too much. You don't have to do too much. It's good either way.
Listen,
man.
I'm not saying the hot dog's bad. I just don't like hot dog with chili and onion. And Caleb can attest with that. I'm not a huge like condiment person.
So
I will eat a plain hot dog.
I mean, a hot dog, I will say a hot dog, I'm not like a huge raw onion guy when it comes to a lot of things. A hot dog's the one thing I do like raw onions on. Raw overcooked.
I just started eating onions, so I have to take it slow. I'm a grilled onion, cooked onion person right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody likes sauteed onion.
I do like sauteed.
Here's something that I'm going to say about a hot dog is that here's what I admire about a hot dog.
Okay, here we go.
Is that number one, the first thing that people say about hot dogs to try to deride them is that it's made out of lips and asshole, which it's the best parts of a woman. So why is that to detract me? Why is that to detract me?
John Mayer.
Do you have an air? Yeah, do you have an air horn sound effect
yes,
on your sound?
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I swear to God, I was at the Hanover Wise and I was reaching in and a guy was like, "That's lips and asshole." I was like, glad to hear it. Great.
Give me more.
Yes.
Maybe he's talking about you to someone else. He's like, "That's lips and asshole right there." That boy puckered.
That boy's all lips and asshole. So, anyways, first of all, that's not a detractor to me. I hear that and I look like that meme of that black guy licking his lips. I'm like, Number one. Number two, what I admire about a hot dog, and this is not to get
poetic,
too emotional, too vague, to paint with a broad brush. A hot dog knows how to let the toppings be the star without getting in the way.
Okay.
Because a burger, you'll have the flame broiled taste. You'll have a beefy taste.
I do agree with that.
The hot dog knows the exact point to cut off its flavor and let the other toppings do the work.
Oh my God.
Can I hit you with a perfect analogy on that, Caleb?
I expect
you to. it's a lead singer who's also a bassist, right? It can sit in the background, but it can also be the star when it needs to be. It's a Geddy Lee, right?
I've never heard a more perfect analogy in my entire life. It's doing the background work, but its job is to make everyone sound better, even though it's the front man.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
a hot dog.
That God bless America.
I just remembered when you and Al ate those hot dogs out of the crock pot at that comedy show in the mountains of fucking Thurmont or wherever we were.
God, that show was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was not rural Pennsylvania. That was actually. Where
were we?
I'm glad you asked. We were in
China.
It felt like it.
Yes, yeah, that was. People kept at work. We were like, "Hey, I'm doing a comedy show. It's on a commune in rural Pennsylvania." And
it was on a winery?
Yeah, it was at a winery. It was at like a commune hippie winery. And your mom kept being like, "It's his birthday. I gotta be with him on his birthday." Lauren's mom.
Yeah, my mom.
And what did I say?
You said, "Please don't come."
What did I say?
Please don't come.
Do not come.
That's what I said. I said, "Do not come." And she said, "I'm gonna come."
She gave.
And I hated it.
Dude, no, actually, that does remind me. I did forget a job. I forgot when you were head of the kitchen at Magooby's Joke House.
That's right.
I skipped that one.
That was a wild 6 days.
Yeah, right? Like, what did he actually go into work like 1 week?
Yeah, I worked with a white dude with dreads named Chris Pizza. His last name was literally Pizza, and he kept being like,
legally?
He kept being like, "You done DMT?" And I was like,
"Yeah."
I understand why you think I have. The answer is yes, but I don't appreciate you asking me about it. I'm your boss.
I don't want to buy anything from you, sir.
Yeah, I still have the email where the owner of Magooby's, who hates my guts and comments on Facebook pictures of me sometimes, he was supposed to be at work. He was opening for Sonny Fuller in Pennsylvania.
What?
Now that was after the deli, but was it before the reupholstery?
Yes, yes, it was. I worked at Magooby's for 9 days in the winter, and
because I knew it was after the deli because you used that as your kitchen experience.
That's correct. Thank you very much. What happened is I called out.
He had that van, Al.
I called out
that giant van, and he couldn't drive there.
Al knows the van. He paid for half of it, never drove it.
I know.
I drove it once. Caleb and I, for those listening, we went halvesies on an Econoline van. What year was it? It was in the 80s, Caleb.
It was in 1989. Lauren's taking a bathroom break, so it's just me and you, pal.
I have to pee.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fair enough. I did that a while ago, but I was real stealthy about it and didn't flush.
Oh my God, I didn't hear a single stream.
Yeah, side of the bowl is a classic technique.
Oh my God, did you crouch down?
No, I didn't. No, I don't need to squat. It hangs low.
Wow. Wow. Hey, you got to be careful. You don't want to pull your back out doing any heavy lifting while that kid's on the way.
Oh, there he is. There he is. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. What were you about to say?
No, let's talk about Prince Vince. So Caleb and I bought this 89 Econoline which is a bar in itself, but I think.
2 captain's chairs and a bed.
Yeah, 2 captain's chairs, $1,200, a bed in the back, and a TV, as I recall. It was a sick thing. It was going to be awesome, but unfortunately, there were some issues with it. And I think we should have known there was going to be some issues with it based off of the person who we bought it from, which was a SoundCloud rapper named Prince Vince. Caleb, why don't you take it from there?
Look at the flick of the wrist. She love when I do what I did.
So we're test driving this van, and the guy is giving us a sample of a SoundCloud rapping. So look at the flick of the wrist. Do what I did.
That's what he kept doing. He did the same thing. He looked like Vinny from the Jersey Shore, but with dreads and glasses. And this dumb
but little neon red dyed dreads.
Little red. I saw him last week walking out of public housing. That's right.
Oh,
public housing over in Hampstead, Section 8 housing, and I said that adds up. He had 2 little girls with him who I can only assume are his by 2 different baby mothers.
One was mixed and one wasn't.
Sorry, Lauren just sat down and hit her knee. If you guys heard any rustling, it's because Lauren sat down.
I'm back, bitches.
Yeah, she's back.
I heard a grunt.
Yeah.
It was me.
I'm on my third milk stout, feeling nice.
I'm about to take a shot.
I just opened a Bud Light.
This is gonna be the longest podcast ever.
Guys, how about I just opened, I swear to God, I've had 3 shots. I just opened a Bud Light. Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you,
He's a
everybody.
hero. He's an ally.
Wow.
Thank you, everybody. I opened, shout out my guy, Mulvaney. Who's
that?
I'm going to tell you right now, at the Weed Cap, guess what? We support all of the fucking people. I'll tell you that.
Well, so here's the thing. I love how Bud Light has positioned their whole comeback around Shane Gillis and Post Malone.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
It's crazy.
We have been aware of Shane for a lot longer than the normal people, not trying to be, he's from our area. We knew of him before we were canceled. Lauren, where are you going? You fucked with, yeah, okay. Turn it around. She fucked with these headphones. I told her not to touch the fucking headphones. And what have you done? Tell the people at home you fucked with the headphones. Here, put them back on your head. I love you very much, but we're in the middle of a serious broadcast here.
I don't think it was me. You were holding the headphones before I got back.
Oh my God, it was me who fucked up the headphones. Al, go ahead.
No, we just we've been hit the Shane Gillis for a while because he used to perform at High Tops Backstage Grill, which is where Caleb and I got our start in Timonium, Maryland. Mm-hmm. And then we saw him before his big special came out, after the whole SNL thing. But before his big special came out on YouTube, we saw him at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone, which was a magical night. And we were chatting with him afterwards, and Caleb showed him his thigh tattoo. So pretty cool.
Did.
Oh,
yeah.
his thigh tattoo.
I don't want to talk about my thigh tattoo, but
That's
do you know
what? We're not gonna describe it, but let's just say it's polarizing.
I have a crazy thigh tattoo. It's not. First of all, it's not a hate symbol. Let's get that out there. First of all, but it is. I'll tell you that it's not a hate symbol. I got okay. You know what? I'm just gonna tell the story. I'm just gonna tell the story.
Tell it from front to back.
I'm gonna tell the story, okay? And we're gonna start with
front to back is actually John Mayer's fetish. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I was drinking in my grandparents' basement when I first met Lauren.
Yes.
We were drinking.
We were like 2 years in.
No.
1 year in?
One year and some change.
I was in college.
And Lauren said, you know, it would impress me. Okay, keep going, Caleb.
Yes, that's 100%. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is such an embarrassing thing to talk about to all these people. Okay, so I was drinking. I had been drinking. I was in a crazy time in my life.
Probably was high too.
Okay.
Just saying.
Nobody thought that he was going to win. He wasn't even the nominee. The week that the Billy Bush tape came out, where Trump said, grab him by the pussy, I got a life-size portrait of Donald Trump on my thigh. I mean, I have to wear sweatpants at the beach. I got Donald Trump on my right thigh that says, grab America by the pussy again with a Hawaiian flower behind it.
Yes.
And Donald Trump's face, presidential scroll. Mm-hmm. And that's on my body forever. And he has since become a literal, like a hateful person.
Yeah.
We had no idea he was ever going to run. We thought it was going to be a joke tattoo.
To be honest, I supported it. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to pretend like I was like, no, don't do that. Well, I did pick where you wanted it though, because you wanted to put it on your fucking arm, and I was like, no.
Yeah,
that would have been a horrific call.
Then he goes, what if I put it on my back? I said, no. Put it on your ass.
Here's what happened. Okay, here is what happened.
No, quick timeout though. You can talk about what happened. You got to tell the people who did the tattoo.
Oh yeah, tell them
because it's a person of acclaim.
That's right.
Okay, the person who did the tattoo on my right thigh. Swear to God, Conan O'Brien. No. It was John Taffer from the hit show Bar Rescue. He said, "You're gonna get a tattoo, aren't you?
You want numbing cream? You're a pussy."
And then what happened? He grabbed her by the pussy. You're gonna make people sick. So
this is amazing.
Anyway, you need to take your finger out of my ass, John.
Hold on. That's a deep cut. I'm just imagining John Taffer, or like if John Taffer made the kink thing, and he's like, You need to smack my balls for me to come. I gotta come. Smack my balls.
I need to come, don't I?
You always ask a question.
Yep.
You're gonna gaggle my cock, aren't you, whore?
Yes.
These balls feel full, huh? You're gonna make people sick putting your face down there.
Let me see your asshole.
Let me see your fucking butthole.
Dude, calling it a butthole in sex sucks.
Crazy. That's crazy.
What else are you
that's
supposed
a playground insult.
What else are you supposed to call it?
During sex, I think it's an asshole.
Yeah, I think asshole. I think
asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That does sound better than let me see your fucking butthole.
It's like it's a butthole, dude. What are you talking about?
Let me go from I can't come when there's a playground insult floating around. Like
yeah.
What else are you supposed to call it?
Anyway. Sorry.
Who did your tattoo?
Tell the people who did your tattoo.
Creepy Jason.
I also have a tattoo by him.
Of Ink Master finalist.
Ink Master finalist, Creepy Jason. The week of the Billy Bush tapes.
I do want to say that it was a free tattoo, by the way. Please note that my fiance did not pay money for this tattoo to be on his body. That's why I supported it. If he was going to pay for it, I was going to be like, nah.
I have an incredibly detailed portrait of Donald Trump on my thigh.
And he won it.
And it's also unfortunately well done.
He's got a double chin. No, it looks bad now over time. It has not aged. He's got a double chin that is faded.
I guess. Yeah, well, because I guess he had to do the orangey skin tone, which probably just faded into Caleb's actual skin tone.
At first, it looked really good. Like it is still very.
There you go, Lauren. Lauren's looking at it. All right,
hold on. Let me get a fresh look.
Yeah,
because I don't see it often.
I've got Donald Trump with Hawaiian flowers and ferns around.
I do want to say that we have thought of many ways to change this, like grab America by the pizza again.
That's what I want. I want grab America by the pizza again.
This
and I
man
want to
has
turn him
pussy on his leg.
I want to turn him into a Ninja Turtle. How do you like that, Al?
I do like that because I think you could hide him in like a dark green.
That's what
I think
saying.
that would work.
I get like Donatello on my thigh and just grab America by the pizza again, and then maybe turn the Hawaiian flower into a pizza.
What if you just like covered up all the words and just put a Hitler mustache on him?
Yeah, that's good.
That might cool.
I'm gonna have the Tesla logo drawn on. I'm turning it into Elon Musk.
Oh, dude, speaking of Nazis, I got a notification that it's the guy I went to high school with's birthday today, and I was like, I wonder how he's doing, because he was kind of an odd kid, but I never had any problem with him. So I went on his Facebook, and just a bunch of like it was all swastikas. It was like Heil Hitler shit. It was white supremacy. Like
I'm about to bust.
It was super overt. And then I was like, when did he post this? 2011. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, you were ahead of the game.
Oh no, he was proud. Before, he was a proud boy before there was a thing.
Yeah, we were freshmen. Like we were freshmen in high school.
That's when I graduated high school.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm
so sorry.
Getting up there.
I think who I think. I think we need to get fucking Raul, the flamboyant robot's opinion on this.
Who's that?
Raul.
Get him in here.
Raul.
Whoa.
I fucked up. I was gonna say
hate is not great.
That's fucked up.
Oh shit!
You know, I love the direction the podcast is going, but I'm concerned that it started going this way the first episode I was on, because people are gonna be like, that fucking Al dipshit.
No, I mean,
send us into a spiral.
I'm gonna really cut back on the soundboard usage. This is still new to me, but when we do the live shows, we're gonna be interacting with people. I'm having that one dude.
Oh my gosh.
Call in to read about some headlines. He's gonna do our news for us. The guy who's angry. I sent him earlier from the Associated Press. Last 4 escaped monkeys are captured in South Carolina after 4 months on the loose. You know what he said to me? But can we call them that on air? And I was like, dude, that's not good. So
that's not good.
We got a guy coming to read the news. That's going to be good. I sent him another headline from the Associated Press this week. New Mexico courtroom devolves into brawl as 3 people rush defendant in homicide case. So, people like victims' families rushed this guy and beat the shit out of him. And he responded. He was like, "Hey, how about we fucking praise God for a miracle? Not one of them was carrying a blade." So,
Oh.
Wow.
I don't have any other headlines.
What am
I don't know. I'm sorry. That's fucked up. Yeah. Hey, how about here, dude? I got to get you looped in on something that we have going on here. Okay.
Oh yeah. You had pitched this at the beginning
to like
before
30
we started.
minutes ago. Yeah.
Here's what happened. Okay. Thursday, I come home from work.
Oh.
Yeah. I come home from no. Let's take it back. I'm sorry. Thursday. What the hell you talking about Thursday? It was Wednesday. So I swear to God.
Stop.
I came home from work on Wednesday, and the condo beside us had a bale of Timothy hay sitting by their door. Now, do you know what Timothy hay is, Al?
He probably does.
I don't.
Oh.
Well, let's get
what the Timothy's
throwing you
I've heard
off.
of a bale of a hay, but I've never one with a formal government name.
Timothy Hay is a.
Let's say Raul, the flamboyant robot. Do you want to take this one?
Yeah, tell him.
Timothy hay is a hay for rodents.
I couldn't understand any of that. I heard Timothy hay.
See,
That's all I got.
Basically, what he was trying to say is Timothy hay is a hay for small animals. He said rodents, but he meant like rabbits, chinchillas, guinea pigs.
There's been a bale of hay outside of her door, which is fine. We don't care. Well, I come home Thursday and there are milk duds of shit all over our fucking poop. Caca.
Fucking poop.
Caca.
Crap. Shit. That's all I have. I don't know. Oh.
Dumplings.
Okay.
They're little baby
Dookie.
Little pellets. Ooh, Dookie. That's a good one now.
Damn.
That's why we have you here.
I'm like smack dab in the middle of a caca renaissance because
what the fuck is a caca renaissance?
it's where you start saying caca.
I do think we need to bring caca back.
Caca is like the funniest word for shit.
Caca reminds me of
Caca makes me think of that what is it, the movie Year One, where it's
with
like Jack Black and I don't know why, but the word caca makes me think of that.
Isn't Will Ferrell in that, or am I making that up?
No, it's McLovin, but I could see how you'd get them fucking confused.
No, Will.
He's in another movie.
Yeah, he's in another like Year One-esque movie, and maybe that's the movie I'm thinking of, to be honest with you. But there are two movies like that came out at the same time.
I think of Ace Ventura for some reason when I hear caca.
Ace Ventura.
Oh, what did I say?
Pet Detective.
Pet Detective. I can't listen to any or watch any Jim Carrey movie anymore because I found out his girlfriend killed himself because he knowingly gave her herpes.
Wait, his girlfriend killed himself?
He's dead.
Okay, all right. That's fucked up.
His girlfriend killed herself.
I don't know about Jim Carrey, but I do have a little a backdoor tidbit on somebody named Josh Gad.
Yeah, from
the actor Josh Gad.
Olaf.
Okay, so I don't want to give out names, but I have a friend who works at Disney World. Okay. And Josh Gad was there doing some promotional stuff for Frozen 2. Because as you said, he voices Olaf. He was there and they were about to start rolling and he just shouts out, "I have gum." And somebody came over and he spit it into their bare hand and threw it away. He just went, "I have gum."
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
So there's my Josh Gad tidbit.
I gotta stop the
That's a diva
soundboard
moment.
stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Get your hands away.
Okay, I'll stop. I'm gonna stop now. It's so hard to stop.
You need something else to preoccupy your hands. You got a Bud Light in there.
Oh.
I got a Bud Light.
I'll send you some labia flaps.
I'm up to the fourth knuckle now. Yeah, I don't know. I personally feel as though, you know what we should do for our listeners? We're at 1 hour, which is by far the longest show yet, but this is going to be a long format on Friday nights.
It's going to be like a live thing.
Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah, this is a test run. This is a test run.
Thank you for joining us, Al, for this test.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are going to play a group session of 20 questions. 20 questions here, okay? And I'm going to read them off. We're going to read these for the listeners, and they're going to hate every moment of it.
They're going to be like, why is this podcast so
They're
long?
already sick of what we're doing.
Give me my cart back, sir.
You know what's crazy is it's incredibly hard to find 20 questions on Google right off the jump. You
That's
would
crazy.
think typing in 20 questions would
Remember
be
when
so
you used to
easy.
do those things on Facebook? Did you guys do those?
No.
Oh. Al? Oh, probably not. You're too young.
Well, all right. Well, don't do that. Which things on Facebook?
It was like these
Where
things that you used to fill
you
out on
copy
Facebook.
somebody's post?
Yeah, but it was kind of like yeah, okay. Then maybe you know. It was like back when Facebook was first started.
No, I'm not quite that old, I don't think.
I'm sorry.
I was like the tail end of the MySpace era.
Okay.
So like the last year you could have a MySpace was kind of my social media awakening.
I mean, MySpace still exists. It's just no one uses it anymore because it's...
Anyway, I feel like we're stomping on this bit that Caleb clearly has panned.
I don't know what he's doing. He's Googling.
Lauren, what is the weirdest dream you've ever had?
You don't even want to know.
Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars ate your pussy.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
What?
Yeah, 100%. I had a dream that... what is his name?
Rick Harrison.
No, it's his name.
Best I could do is 2 orgasms.
He has a handlebar mustache and it's gray. And he ate my pussy and I was so confused and it was good. That's what was upsetting is it was good. And I woke up and I was like, ugh.
Oh my God, you're not talking about Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars.
No, I'm talking about the guy from Storage Wars.
The big fat fuck from Storage Wars ate your pussy and it was good?
Yes.
You mean, wait, hold on. You mean Dave?
No.
No, he has a son.
He has a
son. It's a father-son duo.
Not the yup guy.
No, it's
the
not
other guy with the fucking handlebar mustache.
It's upsetting. I'm not even going to lie. It's upsetting.
You said that's the worst part is you could have just told me
the weirdest dream. But I did have a dream the other day that orcas were happening and they were definitely not real orcas. It was like AI in real life.
You specifically told me, and I swear to God you told me this. You said, hey, so-and-so from Pawn Stars ate my pussy.
But it was wrong.
Period. Stop.
What?
It was good. That's what you added to the end of it.
This was before we lived together. This is when we were texting.
Yes.
Well, I was wrong because when I picture it back in my head, it was the gray guy with the handlebar mustache.
Al.
From Storage Wars.
Wait, Darren?
Yes, Darren.
Oh God,
Daryl
Jesus
Steve.
Christ, Lauren!
I didn't want that at all. I woke up upset.
The dude he talks like he had a stroke.
What?
Also has no idea the value of things.
Oh my God, I know.
No, yeah. He has some kind of impediment, but he has no idea. He'd be like, this bowling ball, I get $800 for that. No, that's just a bigger. That's the issue I have with Storage Wars as a whole. Sorry, continue, Caleb, with your 20 questions. That's
Al,
one of 20. We got a lot to go.
Al, what is the weirdest dream you've ever had?
The weirdest dream I ever actually, I'll give you a recent strange dream I had because mine aren't super vivid. I feel like mine are a little more ambiguous. I don't wake up remembering a lot of it. But I did have a dream recently that I was in like a storage room at Magooby's Joke House.
Oh my God!
And the owner was like,
your pussy getting eaten too?
Yeah. And next thing you know, Rick Harrison of Pawn Stars is eating my pussy. Like, no. And he was like, "Hey, it's either going to be you or this other guy's going to make it to the new comedian finals." And then he just looked at me and shook his head. And was like, "Not you." And then I woke up.
You called me.
Wait, Al, I have a question for you because Caleb and I just asked each other this question the other day, and I'm curious. Do you dream in the first person, or do you like see yourself while you're dreaming? Like,
first person.
Thank you.
Definitely.
That's crazy, dude.
He dreams in the third person.
I dream watching myself.
I mean, I dream in the third person like Caleb. Yeah.
No,
I get you back.
No, you be truthful. I do mix of both, but mostly it's in the first person.
I just had the weirdest dream I've ever had in my entire life.
Go ahead, say it.
Friday night.
Go off.
I had a dream that one of my other friends, we were at a party at his parents' house. He started shooting everyone, and I took Lauren out back to fuck because I wasn't about to die without fucking again.
He didn't shoot us.
Oh man, I know who you're talking about too. God damn, that's a shame.
Yeah, it was a rough
That
dream.
boy ain't right.
Yeah, it was a rough dream. It was a rough dream.
Okay, what's the next question?
Lauren, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Wait, hold on, Caleb.
No.
Or that was your dream, Caleb. Sorry, that was your dream. Sorry. Keep going. I apologize.
If I could change one thing about myself, what would it be?
Well, here, you know what, Lauren? I got a better one for you.
Go ahead.
What was the first job you ever wanted to have as a kid?
The first job I ever wanted to have as a kid was a marine biologist. I wanted to swim
You fucking George Costanza?
with the orcas. Yeah, 100%. I wanted to swim with the orcas. And then I realized that orcas can fucking kill you. And then I was scared. And so I wanted to be a zookeeper instead. And I was a zookeeper, so.
They kill people frequently.
They do? Well, you're not supposed to hold whales in captivity.
It's crazy. It's crazy something called a killer whale be killing.
Right.
Al, what about you?
What I wanted to be is this is such a shitty answer, but it's probably a comedian, to be honest. The problem is I grew up listening to Bill Cosby, and I was like, this guy's making a lot of good points. And then I was like, wait, he tells jokes, and then I was like, oh shit.
Well,
I was a huge Bill Cosby fan growing up.
As Norm Macdonald said,
sorry.
They didn't say he was a rapist on the fucking liner notes of the album. I wanted to work in a factory. How depressing is that?
What?
I swear to God,
you wanted to work in a factory?
I wanted to work in specifically like a factory, like making.
Oh, that's because
he craves structure.
We grew up near Snacktown, USA, and he wanted to go and work in a fucking factory making potato chips or something.
I swear to God, my dream was to work first shift at a factory. How fucked up is that? To clock in with everybody, then a horn blows and you're all standing around the fucking time clock waiting to go home for
drinking
Thanksgiving.
Coffee or whatever.
Yeah, drinking coffee.
I will say the factory horn blow is it's something that I'm nostalgic for that I never experienced.
Time to go home.
That's only at the factories in Baltimore, Caleb. But
Don't
get the fuck out of here.
Don't forget to stop by HR for your free Thanksgiving Popeyes turkey.
Oh.
Now, people at home listening might get upset, but Caleb did want to get a Popeyes turkey this year for Thanksgiving. I do know that.
I said no.
She's talked me out of the fucking Thanksgiving turkey
every year.
But what she doesn't understand is that every year the fucking price goes up by a quarter.
You have to go to the Popeyes to get it. They don't deliver it to you.
What do you have against you? You don't want to see a couple of fucking.
Okay, first of all, that's fucked up because our Popeyes in Westminster is known to have what?
Lauren, it's only fucked up if you assume that it's not a white slur he's censoring.
Okay, well, anyway, the health department has been called on our Popeyes, and we haven't been there in really long time.
I swear to God, you go to that place, and they have that place is fucked up because they have a recording to take your order because they don't want
the real people who work there.
Dude, I hate it when it's like thanks for choosing Popeyes. Let me take your order, and then it's like, hey yo,
pull around. We taking the order at the window, motherfucker.
The fuck you want?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna make an old fashioned for myself. Keep talking.
Oh, okay.
A little old fashioned, huh?
I knocked out 3 stouts and a Celsius. I'm feeling nice, so I'm gonna keep the train rolling.
Celsius?
Oh my God,
careful.
you had a yuppie speedball.
Really?
Dude, I
was gonna be talking like this in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, I already talk fast. That's been everybody's criticism of my stand-up since I've started. But no, I like. I've never done coke. I don't plan to, so I substitute caffeine.
You can't do it now because everything's laced with fent.
Oh no, I thought it was because I was on the cusp of having a child. But yeah, also I'm about to have a kid. You gotta stay away from that fent.
No, now's the time to do everything that you would want to do before you had kids, like coke and everything. But you can't trust.
But Jackie could pop out a baby at any second. That feels like a gamble.
No,
but I will say,
Chica, what?
Lauren, I do think this is the most that we've talked since I've known Caleb. Just a side note.
Yeah, because we don't get to talk much.
Caleb doesn't let you talk to men outside the church. I do know that.
Thank you.
A couple of two. You guys are like two fucking in a. Damn. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. My
Okay, Caleb.
murder ring. Shout out my so.
Stop.
Dude,
I was thinking it might benefit people at home for me to describe what you guys look like.
Go for
though, because
Go for it.
I think people get a little upset about some of the stuff that Caleb says. Caleb's actually Korean, but he's a white passing Korean. So when he wears sunglasses, you mistake him for a honky.
Yes.
And then Lauren is also a Korean, but she's black passing.
That's right.
So she's Korean. She's Korean, but you think she's black when she's wearing a do-rag.
Yeah, a lot of people think that I'm mixed.
Dude, I gotta tell you real quick, I appreciate you those incredibly accurate descriptions of us, Al, number one. Number two.
Yesterday, I was like, I'm going to describe you guys. And he's like, all right.
Number two, I got to tell you, I am so excited for the live broadcast to come because this is a little test run. We have no format to this. But once we start writing show notes and stuff, this is going to be beautiful.
Changer.
We're going to have Al calling in all the time. Parker, I just talked to Parker a little bit ago. He's going to call in all the time.
We have that angry
guy.
while
he's headlining Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
He'll be calling in from the set. Actually,
our friend Parker's blowing up, and I said, "Hey, buddy, we're doing a show Saturday nights. It's going to go live at 8. It might be an hour.
Friday nights, honey.
Friday nights. I'm sorry, 8 o'clock Friday nights. It might be an hour, might be 2 hours. It's going to be live, whatever." And he goes, he's like, "I'll call in from the green rooms," and I'm like, "God, you motherfucker."
He's like, I'm sorry, poor people. Who's this?
Yeah,
exactly.
He was like, "Oh, dude."
What I also love is it hasn't gone to his head at all, but Caleb and I have been consistently acting like it's immediately gone to his head.
Yeah. He was like, I don't
think it would ever go to his head. Parker's like a humble person.
No, but when he was like, "Hey, the 20th doesn't work for me," I was like, "Well, do I need to speak to like your agent, or can I reschedule with you?"
You're talking to him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, our friend Parker, he's really blowing up. It's cool to see.
Check him out if you're local to Maryland.
Yep, downtown Parker Brown. Yeah. He's probably one of the funniest people of all time. He's a bit of a comedy wounder kid. Are you guys hearing echo?
Yeah.
Is something wrong with my voice?
No.
What's going on here?
Did you get the marijuana smoker?
No, I couldn't find the marijuana smoker. I only have the ones
dude, it's hard to find. You got to dig for it.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Well, I have it on my phone, but I was adding these from the web. So I don't know. I'm super fucking excited for this. I think this is going to be very cool. Especially to do it live. I'm like over the moon about it. This feels like a real radio broadcast. And oh my God. So anyways, the bitch next door left caca. She cleaned the cage. She cleaned the cage and there's fucking caca all over the outside of our stairs.
Our dog tried
That's
to
where
eat
it was.
This is a side note. Our dog.
Jesus Christ.
That was
so she's dumping. Oh, so when you were talking about this straw or this hay on the porch, you weren't talking about package. You were dumped.
Yeah, it's like she cleaned a cage outside.
I thought that it was hay I thought that it was hay for our stray cat because we have a stray cat that lives outside and we put hay in a container.
You have a stray cat that lives inside.
That is true.
I thought I told you not to talk about the nice things we do while we're on air.
I like people to know. There's a beautiful cat that lives outside that we could rescue if
listen, we're trying to build a fucking image here and you're fucking there talking about fucking and I don't appreciate it. You're really acting like a fucking and I don't like it. I told you we're only here to act like...
We told them already about the cat. We told them in another fucking episode. And if they're avid listeners, they already know.
I just told you we're only here to talk about fucking
assholes.
Things for the news. Let me see your fucking butthole.
Buttholes.
I don't need you talking like a fucking...
Can't help it.
And movies.
Oh, yeah. Movies are the reason that we started this podcast, you know.
Yeah, we're still going to... I mean, this is just a kind of trial run. So if somebody's listening to an hour and 18 minutes of this...
I appreciate being a part of it, you know?
Thanks, Al.
Thanks for being here, Al. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Do you want to do a super, super speedy review of the piece of shit short film we watched yesterday that you guys watched part of and I watched all of?
Why would you watch all of it?
I don't care. Al, I'm gonna let you take it.
I watched all of it twice.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna leave you and Lauren. I gotta pee real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead.
So, because Caleb, for those of you listening at home, Caleb and I have participated in several timed short film festivals because we're, obviously very passionate filmmakers. We're passionate about media.
Yes.
And so we've made short films and all that good stuff. So I was like, for the episode I'm on, we should do a short film.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing some deep diving, and I stumbled upon Darren I don't know how to say his last name. Do you know how to say his last name?
No. I Googled it, and I'm like, I don't know.
Darren Avkowski or something.
Yeah.
He's the guy who did The Wrestler, who did Black Swan,
mm-hmm.
who did Requiem for a Dream. Very accomplished. So I recommended we do one of his student short films. So I watched his 1991 or 93, I think, classic, which was Fortune Cookie. Which it turns out is just a dog shit short film and is not very good. And I watched it twice because I wanted to be prepared because I knew you guys weren't going to watch the whole thing.
Hell no.
Because Caleb told me he had food coming, so I knew it wasn't going to happen. So
I'm going to assume.
So I watched it
real quick. I'm going to assume you guys heard my stream, and I'm going to apologize. Go ahead.
We heard nothing.
Yeah, that prostate's healthy.
He's got bladder control. Troll. Go ahead.
But no, Caleb, I was just saying how Fortune Cookie wasn't very good.
Oh, that's a piece of shit film. The guy who made, it's hard to believe the guy who made The Wrestler made that, but it's also hard to believe the guy who made Clerks 2 made Clerks 3. So.
Yeah, well, the guy who made Clerks 1 made Clerks 3. Or the guy who made Clerks 1 made every other thing that Kevin Smith has made since then. I don't know if you saw what I sent you, but him and Jay or Jason Mewes were in like an ad for Dunkin', and Jason Mewes looks horrifying.
With those teeth? Is that what's crazy? The teeth?
Yeah, but it also looks like he has several layers of like makeup foundation on.
Oh, I hate that. He looks thick.
Yeah, he looks unwell. And then it's skinny Kevin Smith wearing a wig. It's just upsetting. All of it's upsetting.
A wig?
Because he doesn't have long hair. So for him to be the Silent Bob character, he has to wear a wig. But no.
I thought he lost all of his hair.
Yeah, it's no secret how Caleb feels about Kevin Smith in the Weed Cap universe, but it's shared amongst his peers. We're all disappointed with the direction he's chosen. And I just hope he gets help for his dependency addiction.
Let's talk real quick, guys. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. I almost feel like we should surprise call Parker Brown and add him to this call and get his opinion on the Super Bowl.
Is he available?
Yeah, I don't think he's probably not doing anything right now.
Ask his agent, Al.
I'm going to, Al.
Yeah, he's good.
You think he's... Don't worry about him. Why don't you add him to the fucking call here? I'm calling him right now. Let's give him a call. I'm going to tell him that you told him it was okay.
You approved it. We talked to his agent.
Parker Brown, you're on the Weed Cap here with Al and Caleb and Lauren.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Parker?
Shit, it's Parker Brown.
How you doing
there he is.
I'm doing good. This sounds really weird. I'm not going to lie. I can't. Is it like, are you guys speaking at the same time?
Yes.
No. Yeah, are you driving?
Yeah.
Real quick, you're on the Weed Cap here with Al, Lauren, and Caleb. We want to know, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl tonight as Magooby's Comedian of the Year?
Has it? Okay, this is an official Magooby's position.
As a Magooby's Comedian of the Year 2024, the current reigning champion of East Coast comedy, Parker Brown, downtown Parker Brown. Give us your money line pick and parlay pick for the Super Bowl.
Okay, money line, we're going Eagles, and parlay, we're going Saquon Barkley plus 200 yards, coin flip tails, and we're going Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown, and Mahomes +3 passing touchdowns.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez, that is an aggressive bet.
He's got that aggressive. That is the kind of matzah that gets a man to the Comedian of the Year position. Parker, we love you.
Thanks, Parker.
Do you have a show tonight? You have any shows you want to plug here on Weedcap?
I got Jokes from the Underground on Wednesday at Underground Pizza Company. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And also I'm at the Auto Bar, Second Saturday Shit Show in March. So be on the lookout for that, too. I'm headlining.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time the Breakfast Boys, the Breakfast Boys have been on a podcast together that's actually going to air. I believe.
I think that's correct. All it took was Caleb to get 50,000 Instagram followers, and he's like, I guess I'll start putting out episodes. I guess we can release this one if 50,000 are waiting in the wings for the release, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's wait till one of us wins Magooby's New Comedian of the Year.
You're really being generous.
Exactly.
You're being very generous with those zeros. And to any of our Weedcap listeners who would instead come to our condo instead of any of Parker's shows, I will say this.
Do not come.
Do not come. You need to be at Parker's shows. You need to be patronizing the 2024 Comedian of the Year, Parker Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to need to hear it from Mr. Downtown Parker Brown.
Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind.
Parker, have a great day. We love you.
You too. Have a good one. All right. Bye.
I got to call Al back real quick.
You hung up on him.
Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. Yeah.
We got to end this soon.
Your voicemail box.
Oh my God, he bitch buttoned me.
This is such a long podcast. We can't keep going. People aren't going to listen this long.
People will listen this long.
If you listen this long, we love you. But that's crazy.
God forbid you listen.
Hello, this is Alfred Barnes, second time caller, long time listener.
Hey, sorry about that. It wouldn't let me hang up on him without hanging up.
Yeah,
on you.
no, I had a feeling that was going to happen, but.
Yeah,
what a great feature. I can't believe you got Magooby's New Comedian of the Year, Parker Brown, on your podcast.
It's hard to believe that a Magooby's Comedian of the Year called into the Weedcap today. I mean, let's go over the past Magooby's Comedian of the Year. Stavros Halkias.
Wow.
Shane Gillis.
Some of you may know him as Ronnie. Mr. Shane Gillis. And now...
Ian Salyers.
You may know this next comedian from Saturday Night Live, and you may know this next comedian from a fight on a Facebook post. No, I'm serious. That was a joke. You may know this next comedian because he's a fucking So.
Oh, you almost let too many syllables hit on that one.
Yeah, that one almost got real fucking. Yeah. No, this has been crazy, guys. I mean, this is a mess. This one particularly is a mess, but as we add structure to it, it's going to be perfect.
Great.
Al, we look forward to your frequent call-ins. Thank you for calling in today.
Twice.
Oh yeah, no, it's been a real treat. I've enjoyed it. It's been more than 2 times. It's been a couple times, but I really appreciated being a part of the maiden voyage. I hope the long-time listeners don't get upset over the short-time guest. But a good time across the board. You know, you guys know that I'm a longtime fan of you guys, and it's been nice to get a little glimpse at the dynamic between you two via the podcast. Like I said, I'm a longtime listener, as long as anyone.
I feel like you're just probably, knowing me as a friend, probably have a hard time picturing me in a relationship. But the truth is, I'm incredibly needy, affection-wise. If you want to know the truth, if you want to be perfectly honest, I beg like a woman for a hug or a kiss at all times.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've often heard Caleb as he's hanging up the phone whimpering.
Yes,
he's a whimperer.
Yes, well that's normal.
Like, oh, dude, don't do that.
Yeah,
that's normally because I have my balls and cock hanging through a massage table.
That's true. That's true. Justin Tucker on the other side.
Yes, I ordered the milk table Justin Tucker signature edition, which has a hole cut out for your cock and balls, but it has a trough for you to come in, and then you flip it up and it dumps it on the top of the massage table so you can leave it behind for the massage therapist.
How funny would it be if massage parlors that are like a little questionable in the morals, they just like on the menu, it's like back massage, full body massage, the Justin Tucker.
The Justin Tucker signature experience up to the second knuckle.
Do you think a lot of women partake?
I haven't had it for happy endings. Oh, I know a lot of women partake.
You know.
Yeah, I've seen the videos.
You've seen? Oh, okay.
I've seen the videos.
That makes sense.
Al, you can back me up on this. I think a lot of divorcees go, and you would know. You're a divorcee expert.
Or they're women?
What?
Are they men or are they women?
No, divorced women, middle-aged women will go and get rubbed off.
Who's doing the rubbing? Whoever? Is it women?
First of all, Lauren's disgusted by same-sex relations, but
no, it's no.
That's upsetting, Lauren. And had I known that, I would have joined the pod.
Yes. Lauren is historically bigoted, and
that is so true. Everybody knows I hate the gays.
Okay,
you're not even going to do anything.
No, I was going to add an effect, but you killed it.
I don't.
Caleb, you should have just like ended the episode there. Just like everybody knows I hate the gays.
So, no, a lot more women, Lauren, are bisexual than you would think.
I'm not surprised by that.
Lauren's not
pretty much all of them.
Lauren is disgusted by women on women contact. And I swear to God, I'm not even joking. Lauren will watch two women make out in a movie and be like, huh. And I'm like, that's a shame.
Never done that.
No, you think that's bad. Wait till you hear her take on interracial relationships.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty hammered. I feel like people need to your marketing thing for the weed cap should be like, call into the weed cap, you'll get drunk. Like,
call into
that
the
was
weed
me
cap.
Shouting.
Call into the
that
weed
was
cap.
me.
You'll get so drunk you feel comfortable saying and.
Now you guys might think you know what slurs Caleb said there, but I could hear them through the headphones.
Let's just say he watches NASCAR.
They're not what you think.
No, this was great. I think we probably should wrap it up here.
Yeah, people are going to be exhausted and tired.
That's what I said.
This is an hour and a half. Al, just stay on the phone because I'm going to end the recording here for a second. But guys, Al Barnes, local Baltimore comedian. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Plug your dates.
The other jobs that I didn't mention, Caleb worked at 4 body shops and for an insurance company. So now I think that's all of them throughout our friendship.
That's correct. Plug your dates.
So I got a show this Wednesday at the Port Comedy Club. I'll be there around 8. Then I got a show on March 22nd at the Island Green in Westminster, Maryland.
Shout out to Crab
do a little
Cakes.
feature spot. They've got a billboard in Carroll County that says they have the best crab cakes. I'm a little skeptical, but go off. You know, I don't have a problem with anybody lying.
Is it a golf course? Is it a golf course?
It's not a golf course. It's a driving range and mini golf course.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Putt.
Typical bitch.
Putt. Typical bitch. Anyway, thanks for having me on the podcast. Mainly to you, Lauren. This has been a real treat getting to know Caleb's fiance.
Thank you. We've only known each other for almost 8 years now, whatever.
But most of our relationship has been you dropping Caleb off at my house, so this is nice.
Right. You're so right.
I drive now. This is the weed cap. Lauren, say hello to the folks at home.
You mean goodbye?
Yeah. Al, say goodbye to the folks at home.
Hello.
Little Charlie Brown shit to take us out here, huh? Little Charlie Brown shit.
Yeah. This sounds like some shit. You hit onto a girl at a dive bar. I'd be like, "Hey, toots."
Say goodbye to Al Barnes. Say goodbye to Lauren. Say goodbye to Parker.
Bye.
Say goodbye to Caleb. That's the weed cap.
Bye.